Hi guys! I mean, I just said that, but hi guys! How's it going? Hi guys, it's Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, how are you? It's been a long time. I don't even know how long. Like, I honestly don't. Like, I looked back in my haul videos, and I'm pretty sure it's been like 3 years since 2020. That was my last actual haul that I filmed. I just can't believe that I've let it go that long. Like, I started this channel I made my channel in like 2012 to comment on a couple of the YouTubers that I was watching at the time, and I was so excited about them and I liked them, so I wanted to comment and you know, comment nice things, well, I hope, but I wanted to like comment on their channels and stuff like that. So I that's the reason why I made it. And then I was uploading every once in a while like a video of Trevor dancing kind of thing, and just, I mean, they're all private now, but just certain things like that. Like I uploaded videos just randomly, and I think I tried to start vlogging, or tried to start a vlog in like 2014. I can't even remember. I'll have to look back at my videos, but I was like, oh my god, what was I thinking? What was I doing? I didn't know anything. But I didn't actually upload my first actual video, like my Dollarama haul, until like 2016 or 17 maybe, or was it 2016? I can't even remember. I just know that it was like so long ago. I think it was 2000. I don't even know. You can look back and find out. I can look back too, but I don't even remember. But that was my first video that I had uploaded, and I was really into like Dollarama and Dollar Tree and like vlogging and going like, I love vlogging too. Like, I love taking you guys on trips with us and taking you guys, like when we would go to the Dollar Tree and Dollarama and doing Come With Me. Like, I loved doing all that stuff. And then in 2015, like not 2015, I'm going back in time, 2018, my grandma, like the one that raised me, passed away because she had dementia and she was really sick, and so she passed away. And so after that, the last 5 years, has it been 5 years or 6 years? 5 years, I can't even remember. I'm really bad with my memory's so bad lately. But after she passed away, it was hard. Like, that just devastated me, obviously, like for many reasons, which is understandable. But it was just like that. Just, I don't know. I lost interest in everything. Like, I just didn't find happiness in anything anymore. Like, I just lived day by day. Like, I didn't really care anymore. And even to do my videos, like, I love making videos. I loved doing Dollar Tree hauls, and even sometimes trying to do like my DIY, which my DIY has over 600,000 views, and you know, and I and it's almost, I think, 10,000 likes. I don't know, but like that was like my really good video. And it just sucks because like after she passed away, it's like those 4 years, it was struggling, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I mean, if you look back at my videos, like I went through like how I was doing like mentally, because I wanted to dabble in mental health stuff, because I deal with a lot of mental health issues, and I deal with a lot of physical issues and emotional issues, and I just deal with a lot of stuff like that. And so that's where I tried to go. And then of course, like I fell off the bandwagon, and I was just like, oh, I don't know, like I just was so depressed and so sad, and I couldn't deal with it. And then I tried again, like I think it was last year, like trying to do it again, like trying to give you guys updates of my my health issues. Oh, I just bit my tongue. I'm lying. What am I lying about? I don't know. But my health issues and stuff like that, and where I'm at, and I don't even remember where I left off with that, so I might just kind of do a whole recap of like the last couple years. But then in December 2021, my birth mom, the one that you've seen in my channels, like my videos and stuff like that, she suddenly passed away. Like, it was unexpected, totally unexpected. We had no idea that she was going to pass. At that point in time, we were in the midst of trying to get her foot amputated from the knee down, because she had diabetic ulcers in her foot, and that was just taking over everything. And it was trying to convince her to get her foot amputated, because if she got her foot amputated, sorry, there's someone outside. If she got her foot amputated, then you know that would be a lot easier for us to deal with. And I remember like arguing with her, crying with her, and I'm like, no, like, you know, like, we want you around, we don't want you to pass an itch. We want you around, we don't want you to pass, like, can you please, like, think about it? And it was just, like I said, it was a whole, I think one of my videos, I did go through that whole experience, and I did actually post on my Instagram account. If you want, I'll post my Instagram somewhere if you want to go back and read the whole situation of what happened. But anyway, so she passed in December 3rd, 2021, so it's almost been 2 years. And so the last, basically 2 years, like all of 2022, yeah, that was just last year, oh my god. All of last year and all of this year, like, I've been grieving still, like, even to now, like, even today, I'm still grieving. Like, I mean, obviously it's inevitable, like, that's what happens, but for me, I've never actually, like, stopped. Like, it was kind of like, oh, she passed away, okay, that's it, keep going. Like, I still haven't talked about it. I still haven't faced my family. I still haven't, I'm gonna cry. I still haven't, like, faced my family. Like, I still haven't fully talked to her brother and sister. I still haven't done any of that stuff, and I know that I need to, but I think I'm still kind of in denial that she's gone, even though it's been almost 2 years. Give me a second. I think that I'm still in denial about it. Like, I feel like I just haven't accepted it yet fully. And I don't know how or when I will. And I know that I need to, because I know that my mom wouldn't want me to live like this, you know, and want me to be happy and want me to continue on, you know, and that's why, like, with the whole Halloween thing, like, I don't know, this year I just feel like a tugging on my heart to, like, decorate for Halloween, you know, and do things that she would love me to do, because, like, I know that I've been holding on for 2 years. And I need to let go, and I need to grieve her, and I need to, you know, I want to do her celebration of life, which was supposed to be last year, but I got sick and I couldn't do it at that time. But, you know, I know that I want to do that, but I haven't done it yet, because I just, you know, anyways, I don't want to cry too much. This wasn't supposed to be a crying video. But yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, once she passed, it's like the last year or two, again, I think I've just been so numb to everything and to anyone, to everything. I've just been so numb to everything that I just keep going. Like, I don't want to stop, and I'd rather just keep myself busy to try to think of other things to do instead of having to deal with it. And then it's funny because the other night, 2 nights, I can't remember what it was, but the other night, I asked Trevor for a hug, because I've just been dealing with a lot of stuff. Again, I'll get into this in a little bit, but I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, and I felt like I needed a hug, which is weird, because I'm not really like a huggy person. Like, I'm a hugger, like, I'll give you a hug and stuff like that, but I'm not really a cuddler, and I'm not really, like, a physical person. Like, even when I'm in relationships, I don't like physical stuff. Like, it's weird. I don't like it. Anyways, that's besides the point. But anyways, I asked Trevor if I can have a hug, and usually, like, when we hug, it's just, you know, normal hug, mom and son hug. But, like, he actually, like, I was sitting on my bed, and he came up and, like, hugged me from the side. So he was, like, hugging me this way and grabbed my arm, and actually was, like, just squeezing me. I'm gonna cry again. Oh, fuck. This is not supposed to be a crying video. But he gave me a big hug, and he just held me, and it was so weird, because, like, I took a deep breath, and I just burst into tears. Like I'm doing right now. I just burst into tears, and I was just like, what the heck? Like, and it was like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't mean to do that. And he's like, no. So he held me a little bit longer, and then when I wanted to push away, because I usually only hug for like a little bit, and he just kept hugging me and holding on to me. And then it was like almost, you know, like in the movies where like the girl's pushing the guy away and don't hug me, and then as soon as like he hugs you, like you let go. That's basically what happened. And I have not done that. Like, no one has ever hugged me like that, and like just in years in general, like in so long, that like it was like a sense of like relief, kind of like, I don't know, like I sighed, and then I just like burst into, and I just started crying. Like I couldn't stop crying. Like it was coming out of my nose, and it was like everywhere. And I know, like, you know, my son and I were very close. Like we're very close. You know, he's a teenager. He gets on my nerves, and I get on his nerves. You know, and that's inevitable. But like the way he was just hugging me, because I guess he knew that I've just been like trying to fight everything so long. With my mom, with my grandma, with my health issues, like I'm just so I don't know, but he just knew it, and so he just hugged me and just let me hug. And then that whole night, every time he'd come in, he'd give me another hug, and it was like I haven't felt that emotional connection with anyone, not even my own son, like in ever. And it was like, I know that I need to do this. I know I need it. I keep repeating myself, but yeah, like anyway, so he hugged me because he knows that we've been going through a lot, and I've been going through a lot, and I'm just so, I keep saying so, and I'm sorry for repeating myself, but you can tell that this is a vulnerable thing, and I'm being vulnerable right now, and I just feel like maybe I need to just talk it out with you guys, because it's been so long since I've been on camera, and I haven't let you guys know all the updates. And but anyways, but yeah, so let's talk about the elephant in the room. So yeah, so I have a what is this called? I can't even, it's not a sling, it's not a cast, a splint. I have a splint on because I was smart and I decided to chop my finger off almost. Yeah, go Gazzy. Anyways, so now let's get into this. We'll get into this first, so this is a longer subject, and then we'll get back into like what's happening with me health-wise and finding out things. And I have a couple of appointments and tests that are coming up. And but anyway, so at the end, when we were camping, we were there for 2 weeks. But the first week, we were getting ready. My sister and my son and my nephew were all packing up to go to our next camp, because I couldn't find a camp for 2 weeks. I had to do like 5, then 2, then 5. And so we were at that time, like on the Friday, they were packing up, getting everything ready. So while they were doing that, I was getting breakfast ready for everyone. I made oatmeal, and I had cut open Trevor's bagel, and I had put cream cheese on it, gave it to him, and then I was cutting Olivia's bagel, and I was cutting it. I had with the plastic fork. Oh my God, can you imagine? With a plastic knife, I was cutting it, and my knife broke. Like the handle part broke off, and I was like, oh geez, oh crap, that sucks. So I went and I was gonna grab another one, but my nephew Xavier came over. He's like, here auntie, here's a sharper one, like here's a better one. And I'm like, okay. Now this knife we actually had bought the night before, and he was the one who told me that, oh, it's not that sharp, it's just from the Dollar Tree, it's not that sharp. So I was cutting, I had cut around the bagel, like I did the whole cut through, like all the way around, and then I was just about to cut through, I was just cutting through the middle part. And as I was cutting through the middle part, I was looking at it, and then Xavier called me because there was a bird in our tent, and he was trying to get it out of our tent. And I looked over just for a split second, and I guess just as I had passed through, like, the cut part, and then it, like, literally was already cut, like the other, I don't know, but I was cutting, looked away for a split second, and then boom. Like, and it wasn't even just like, the knife part, it was the tip part of the knife that I literally went and then went boom. And at first I thought it was just a little, like, basically on this finger right here, like that part, like this part of my pinky right here, I don't know if you can see. So this part of my pinky, like on a diagonal, oh my God, on an angle, it went down, like, and I thought that I had just nicked it. Like, I thought that it was just a little cut, and there was bleeding a little bit. Then, like, because it went through, and I looked down, I'm like, oh shoot, and then it was bleeding a little bit, and all of a sudden, it just poof, poof. Like it was like sprinklering. Like it was a sprinkler just going boom, boom, boom. I'm like, ah! So I grabbed it and I'm like, Michelle, I cut myself. And she was like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yes, I did. And then it's like everywhere. And then she's like, oh my God. So she put it, took the bagel away, took everything away. We grabbed paper towel and it was like it would not stop. Like it was going crazy. And at that point I was getting woozy and dizzy and I'm just like, oh my God, like I thought I just like literally nicked myself. And then so finally like we were able to like, because the paper towel was soaked up, we had to put another one underneath. So I let go of it and that was it. All you see was freaking bone. And I was like, I could not believe it. Like I was like, oh my God. So we quickly wrapped it up and we quickly put baby wipes and all this stuff on it. And then the groundskeeper, which is another story, whatever, they, like the camper people, they were able to give us a glove. So she was able to wrap me all up to try to keep the blood in and try to stop it from bleeding and put the glove on. And oh my God. So it was like, holy crap, what am I going to do? Because not only like, and then what, you know what the funny part was? Is that after this was all done and I'm sitting there, I'm literally feeling woozy, I'm feeling sick to my stomach because I'm losing so much blood and it was just horrible. And Olivia comes up and she's like, but Auntie, you didn't finish my bagel. And I was like, what? I looked at her, I'm like, yeah, I know, it's okay, I'll make you another one, I promise. And I'm sitting there like trying to like hold my composure because I'm like, oh my God, like I don't feel good, I feel so sick. And then finally to keep it up, like I ended up drinking something and eating something so that I wouldn't lose consciousness because I was losing so much blood. I was like, oh my God. And so she picked up the bagel and it was drenched in blood and I'm like, no, don't touch it, just leave it. And then she like goes away, whatever it is. But I was sitting there because it just sucked because where we were, okay, we were at Chilliwack Lake, which is like 2 hours away, about 2.5 hours away from us. And so for me to get to anywhere, even from Chilliwack Lake to go back to Chilliwack to go to the hospital, that's a 40-minute drive just to go there. And so, and it just sucked because I'm the only driver. Like I'm the only one with the van. I'm the only driver. There's no one else that drives around us. No one else in our camp, like in our group that we were camping with, drives. So I couldn't leave. I couldn't just go and go to the hospital. Not only that, but we were leaving campsites. Like I said, like we were going from one camp to another camp to another camp for the whole 2 weeks. Well, we had to get everything packed up quickly. Top of that, I had to drive all of our stuff down to the next campsite and then come back up to get more stuff and then go back down and then go to where we needed to go. And all the while I'm holding my, like basically like can't use my hand, trying to like keep it up so the blood stops. Like, oh my gosh, it was like, when I think of it, like when we think of it now, obviously we're at the laughing point where we're like, what the were we thinking? Like, I should have went to the hospital right away. Like, it was like literally, I almost cut my finger off. Like, if I had it, because I had nicked my bone. So if I had gone any quicker or any faster, if I had gone quicker and faster, I would have just chopped my finger right off. Like, and then here we are trying to get everything ready to pack up to go to the next campsite so we can camp again. I don't know, but anyway, so that was like a 4-day experience because on the Friday after I had done I got my owie, we were originally like we were moving campsites and then we were gonna go into where my cousin lives, back to her house to get my niece because my niece was coming up camping with us for the week. So that was the plan. Well, we kind of had to like rush it around, so we ended up like we left the 2 older boys, like my son and my nephew, up at the camp, and then we all went, instead of going to Chilliwack Hospital, which I probably should have went to at first, but in all honesty, I probably should have just went to Royal Columbian, but it was a long story. But basically we went to the hospital that's near her, Eagle Ridge, and I don't ever recommend going there. Now, people work there, I'm sorry, but that was a shitty ass hospital that I will never want to go to again because my experience there was horrible. And so we decided to go there because it's closer to her house. And so we went there, but I was waiting for 8 hours. Not only was I in the hospital waiting for 8 hours to even just get checked to see if I can get stitches, Michelle and my cousin and the 3 kids, the babies were all in the car for 8 hours. Like, it was just, like I said, it was a horrible experience. Like, I would not recommend that ever. First of all, not recommend hurting your finger. Second of all, just, I would not recommend it. Anyway, so I went there, and then by 8 o'clock came around, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, we have to go to Kenzie, we got to still go to Walmart. Like, it was a whole thing. And then we also have to get back to Chilliwack because our kids are up there. Yes, they're 16, but they don't know that campsite. They've never been there by themselves. They've never been alone by themselves up there. So it was like a whole ordeal. Got my sister, Michelle, to come in and ask what's happening. Like, when am I going to get seen? Because I had already been there for 8 hours. And the guy that I was with there, he came in like 10 minutes before me. He was only there for a prescription, and he was still waiting for 8 hours. Plus, there was another lady that was waiting there for 10 hours, like, just to be seen. And it's like, so she came in, they basically, you know, she raised hell. And basically they said, like, well, we don't know when we're going to see her. Other priority is before her. Even though I'm literally sitting there, like, with losing blood, whatever. And so we decided, like, okay, no, we have to. I'll have to go to the hospital tomorrow. Like, I'm okay right now. Like, I'm functioning okay. Plus, I drove already 2 hours with a messed up hand. Then I have to drive 2 hours back. Like, it's whatever. I'll just go to the hospital tomorrow. So we went, we did our thing. We got back to Chilliwack Lake about 12 o'clock, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was crazy. And then so the next morning we got up, we fed, I didn't make breakfast, but everyone else did. And then we left right away to go to Chilliwack Hospital. Now there, it was like 5 hours, but they were actually a lot nicer, and they actually looked at my finger. And as soon as the doctor looked at my finger and told me to, like, bend it, like, okay, like, it's like, can you bend your finger? Like, can you do this? I couldn't do it. Like, my finger just went to, like, and it wasn't even, it was just me going like this. I could not bend it at all. And he's just like, oh, that's a problem. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's just like, we can't just stitch it up. And I'm like, what? And he's just like, no, like, if you can't move that, that means your flexor tendon is severed. And I was like, come again? And he's just like, if you can't move your finger, that means that all your nerves and you've cut your finger to the point where you'll have to get plastic surgery. And I'm like, and I was like, oh, well, first of all, like, I'm in Chilliwack. I'm not even in my home city. Like, second of all, how the hell can I do that? Plus, like, I'm the only pack. It was just a whole bunch of mess. And so he's like, no, he's like, and I have another problem. And I'm like, what's that? He's like, the only plastic surgeon that's always on call, or we have a plastic surgeon that's on call at the hospital, is Royal Columbian. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I was like, no way. He's just like, yep. And I'm like, and I looked at Michelle, and I was like, we should have just went there right away. That was the first place I was gonna go to when we were coming in, like, on the Friday. I was like, we should just go with Royal Columbian, because I liked Royal Columbian and I know how they work. And should have went there right away, because then it probably would have been a less of a thing. But anyways, he's like, well, you have to go, like, it's already been 24 hours, and usually after 24 hours they usually can't, like, cut, like, stitch things up, or I can't remember what it is. After 24 hours as a rule, like, you can't really get anything stitched up or whatever it is. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember now. But so he's like, no, but you need to go. And I'm like, well, I mean, I live there, but we're in Chilliwack now. Like, is there any way I can wait till like tomorrow, which is the Sunday? And he's like, yes, you can go tomorrow, but you have to go tomorrow and see the plastic surgeon. You have to go, because if you don't, your finger is basically, like, gonna be stuck like this, and you're not gonna be able to ever bend it. And so he's like, and if you go into, like, go grab something, whatever, your finger will just go dunk, like, you know what I mean? Like, it won't be able to bend. And I'm just like, oh shit. I was like, that's not good. I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll have to go in tomorrow. So of course we left, and they bandaged me up. I'll show you a picture of what my bandage looked like. And he's just like, I'm sorry, but yeah. And he's like, there's no point of us stitching it up, because they're gonna have to look at it. So we're just gonna, we're just gonna gauze you up, package you up, and then send you on your way. I'm like, okay. So then we went on. So then again, the next morning we got up, and we had to go all the way back into the Royal Columbian, which is here in New West, and we had to drive all the way there. And again, me with my hand. And the one thing I was going to say, on the Friday night when we were driving back to Chilliwack at like 9 o'clock, at 10, I think it was 10:30 at night, I drove with a messed up hand on, if anyone knows where Cultus Lake is and how that road you go to Cultus Lake, it's like 60 or 80 kilometers an hour on there at night with a messed up hand, driving with one hand, with a freaking truck behind me tailgating me because I'm going slow because I can't grab the fucking wheel. Excuse me. And so it was like horrible. But if I could get through that driving thing, I could do anything. I swear I can drive anything now. I swear I can. Anyways, yes, so back to Sunday. So Sunday we went to Royal Columbian. And then Royal Columbian, we went to Royal Columbian. Well, I went to Royal Columbian. And of course I saw the plastic surgeon there. They're like, okay, well, you're going to have to go to an actual plastic surgeon, like an actual plastic surgeon clinic. So we're going to send you to Jim Pattison. And so I have to go on Monday. So it just sucked because I was tears when I got back to Michelle's because we had to stay in here in Vancouver for the night of the Sunday and leave everyone up at because it was like my cousin, her daughter, my nephew and my son all up at the camp because we can't go back there and then drive back on Monday morning because my appointment was at 10 on the next morning. So went there and sure enough, went to we went to the Jim Pattison, got my hand checked out by the plastic surgeon. She's like, yep, you're definitely going to need surgery, so you're going to have to go, and you're going to have to go to my surgeon office and book an appointment. So when I got there, they booked my appointment for the 12th, which was like 3 weeks ago, and so basically I had surgery right away. My plastic surgeon was able to put my tendon back together and all that stuff, and I have a pretty crazy so basically I can't do it here. So basically they opened me up from here, went all the way down and around over that all the way down to here. It was a whole ordeal on my hand, and basically I can't use it for now it's down, so it's 7 weeks now. I think I'm on 7 or 8 weeks now, maybe 6, I don't know, of you can't really drive, you can't really lift anything. I have to do physio, I have to go back in every week to check it out. And then they said that the next 2 weeks, when I went last week, is the critical week, because that could be the week that you because your finger's starting to feel better, you might pull it and then you might snap your thing again, because basically my tendon was up here but it snapped all the way down here, so they had to go in and grab it and pull it back up. And yeah, and it's been great. And so on top of all that, that was oh my god, I can't even believe that that happened. I still can't believe that we did that. Still can't believe I drove for 4 days. I don't know, like I said, I think I've been on autopilot, and I just take everything, not even with a grain of salt. I just take everything as it comes, and I'm just okay, we gotta do this, okay, sure, we just do that. Oh, that's what you, yeah, I don't feel like I have feelings anymore, because even I didn't even cry. This didn't even hurt. It hurt, the surgery part hurt, and the recovery process is hurting more than when I sliced my finger. That's what I mean. I feel like everything that I've gone through the last 2 years has been I don't know, I just take it, and then it's like I'm a sponge, and I just soak it up. I'm okay, and then that's another thing I have to deal with. Oh, that's another thing I have to deal with. Oh, that's another, And I mean, even before this, so in August, I actually finally, actually a couple months ago, my doctor finally sent me to an internal medicine doctor to really get to, really? You really had to do that right now? Rude. But he sent me to an internal medicine doctor because because of all my problems. Last year I was diagnosed with IBD, which in one of my videos I had colitis. But then my blood work is still coming back high. Everything is high. So my body is still fighting something, and I have no idea what my body's fighting. And so my doctor finally sent me to an internal medicine doctor, and I was there, I was talking, he sent me for a test, and he thought that maybe I had multiple myeloma because of my test results, and that's still a possibility, but we're not quite sure yet. But also too, I was able to get an x-ray on my back, because like I said, I can't walk, and I have not been able to walk properly or stand properly for almost 5 years now. It's been horrible. No, I shouldn't say horrible, but I mean, now that I'm so accustomed to it, it's just my everyday life. But I just know my limits and what I can and can't do. And so finally got my x-ray done, and it turns out that I have arthritis of my spine, on my lower back. And It's all in on my spine in the my spine. It's all in my spine. It's the spine, and the two discs that are there are deteriorating and they're being compressed. So, which basically prevents me from walking and standing up straight. Or I can stand up straight for about a minute or two. Depending on what I'm doing. But majority of the time I have to bend over because it just hurts. And I can't stand and I can't walk for long. And so finally he found out that I have arthritis in my back. And so because of that, they want to do a biopsy on me to make sure that it's not cancerous, which I don't think it is, but they don't know because of the fact that my blood work always comes back that there's something wrong with me, like that there is something wrong with me, but that my body is fighting something and that my body is always inflamed. But that could be because of the arthritis. That's what we're trying to figure out. But on top of that, because at camp 2 times, like I basically like I almost like I had a blood baby. I know TMI, I'm sorry. But anyways, it was really bad. And so because of that, my doctor was really concerned. So I'm going for an ultrasound of my uterus and everything like that to make sure I don't have cancer as well. And then at the end of this month, that's actually next week for the ultrasound, at the end of the month, I'm actually going for an MRI of my stomach and my abdomen and all that stuff all here, because my GI doctor, we found a black spot or a black dot on my liver that they want to make sure that that's not cancerous. So I have to have an MRI done of my whole inside, of my whole body, to find out what's wrong. And my internal medicine doctor has said that because that it's an MRI and it's taking off everything, that because of my arthritis in my back, that they'll be able to see it better and see, and if there's anything that comes up, that obviously the techs will have to tell, hey, there's a dot here, there's a dot here, oh, you know what I mean? Like there's stuff everywhere that, hey, we need to look into this more, or this girl needs to be looked at more. And so I have like a couple of those things going on, which, like I said, has been crazy for the last 2 years trying to figure out what's wrong with me, because I've had, like, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, which we already know, and so I was put on insulin for that, and I've been taking insulin and pills for my diabetes, and I'm actually on Ozempic, which if you have any questions about that, you could definitely ask me, and I could try to answer them, or maybe I can make a video on it, and so far, so that's been all kind of been taken care of, but we're still can't figure out what my body is trying to fight. Like, we don't know. So basically I'm getting tested for I don't even know what kind of cancers, but we're getting tested for 3 different like parts, 3 different areas of my body. Plus I have arthritis, plus I freaking cut myself, and it just sucks because I am a diabetic, so it's healing, but it's taking a lot more, and that's why they were really scared, because I'm a diabetic, of the healing process. So they actually gave me the antibiotics to stop an infection if it was to start, which sucks too, because I've been on so many pills. Oh my gosh, the last little while. And then on top of all that too, I was like, in the summer I was anemic, and so I had iron infusions. I had 2 sets of iron infusions for like 4 hours each, and trying to get that up, but my iron is still low, so I'm actually on iron pills, and it's just, I don't know, like I said, like I'm a whole workup, like just the whole thing now, and this on top of everything, it's like, but now, and it just sucks because I'm just in a vulnerable place where I don't know how to feel anymore. Like, I don't know what to do. I feel so alone. I'm just dealing with so much health issues, and you know, I have my friends, and that's great, but I don't really have anyone to like just to talk to. So that's why I'm making this 40-minute long video. I'm probably going to try to cut it down as much as I can, but I've talked a lot, and I basically said everything I want to say. And if you guys have got to the end of this video, great. That's awesome. Thanks for staying around, and maybe we can be friends, and you can like message me and talk to me. I'm lonely. I don't have friends. I mean, I do have friends, but I don't have online friends, and I don't have people I can just talk to and ask about questions about like way you're feeling, or if you are feeling the way I'm feeling, or if you have problems that I'm having. Like, it'd be nice to like talk to people and just I want this channel to be like a place where you guys can come and just talk, and we can talk about it and just have fun. And I don't know, it's just been such a long last, like, I swear 5 years of my life that I don't know. I just don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore about it. But anyways, yeah, that's what's happened with my hand, with my body, with my, I just pray that I don't have cancer, but that would make a lot of sense as to why my body's the way it is, or why it's fighting something. But I hope that it's not, don't get me wrong, but I just would like, I almost kind of hope it is, so it'll be like, oh, that's what you have? Okay, well, let's get this going so we can help you, you know? Like, it's kind of like that kind of thing where it's like, we don't want it, that would be a worse thing, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, let's have it so we can figure out what to do with it and go from here, you know? Like, but it's, I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm like burnt out. And then on top of that, like, I want to make Dollar Tree hauls, Dollarama hauls, and I want to talk to you. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know where we're going to go from here. But thank you so much for sticking around and listening to me ramble. Anyways, I love you guys, and I thank you guys for supporting me for all these years. If you're still my 30 subscribers that always like my videos, thank you so much. And I just look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.